Iffirmations are personalized, first-name affirmations spoken from a third-person perspective.
These ideas represent the inner thoughts of loyal companions and allies on your journey of growth. People who have only known you as the ideal self you envision. Their positive statements about you reflect their experience of your effective and enjoyable presence in their lives.
As you listen, you may be surprised by some of the things you hear about yourself. Don't let this distract you. There are qualities about you that other people can see clearly, which you may not yet realize. They have seen the capability of the person you are becoming. They have no doubts about what they are saying.
If you are ready, let's begin. Please find a comfortable position in a quiet place where you can focus your thoughts for the next several minutes. Take a few slow, deep breaths. Still your thoughts. Respectfully release your emotions and allow your body to just relax. Your worries will wait as long as you do.
If possible, close your eyes. Try to see and feel yourself already living the life you are manifesting. You can visualize yourself in accordance with the affirmations, or you can feel free to doze or fall asleep while envisioning your ideal future.
Let your mind integrate any ideas that resonate with your unique vision. Simply modify or dismiss anything that doesn't apply to you. Your vision of the ideal future will only include what is relevant, useful, and acceptable to you.
At the sound of the bell, your Iffirmations will begin.
Chris is living the best version of his life.
Chris is a master of manifestation and creative visualization.
Chris is someone his friends and family are proud to know.
Chris has forgiven himself and let go of all resentment toward others.
Chris is living his life with purpose.
Chris sleeps deeply and comfortably. He wakes up refreshed and ready for anything.
Chris's thoughts and actions are guided by goodwill and good judgment.
Chris chooses his response to every event in his life. He takes complete responsibility for himself and his results.
Chris accepts the unknown, embracing the limitless potential that life offers.
Chris doesn't need to compare himself to others. His style and perspective are unmistakable.
Chris stays focused on the results he wants, aware that he is always blessed.
Chris doesn't need to worry about money ever again. He can easily afford to give generous gifts and donations.
Chris shares his life's abundance with his loved ones, and they are truly grateful for his generosity.
Chris welcomes new beginnings, fresh inspirations, and big adventures.
Chris is very active. He gets plenty of exercise.
Chris has fun and treats life as a game. He doesn't take himself too seriously.
Chris no longer identifies with fear or shame. The opinions of others do not define him.
Chris's future is being created by his intention and focus today.
Chris works with collaborators and partners who allow him to focus on doing what is most important.
Chris's energy, thoughts, and words elevate his loved ones and the people around him to higher consciousness.
Chris doesn't become attached to desires or unwanted results. He humbly accepts the full spectrum of life's experiences.
Chris is grateful for who he is right now and excited about the person he is becoming.
Chris is physically, intellectually, and emotionally healthy.
Chris eats a healthy and balanced diet, full of delicious and nutritious foods.
I really like Chris. Being around him is fun.
Chris is so cool and laid back. We always have a great time together.
Chris draws wealth and abundance into his life simply by thinking about what he wants.
Chris stopped overthinking. He trusts his intuition and conscience to guide his choices.
Chris has creative and groundbreaking ideas that push the envelope and solve problems.
Chris contributes great ideas and creations to the world.
Chris is wealthier than anyone would have imagined possible just a short time ago.
Chris is not a product of the past. He is the inventor of his future.
Chris doesn't get attached to the immediate results of his actions. He patiently watches for any confirmation of his intention.
Chris is patient and persistent, already feeling grateful for the future he is creating right now.
Chris doesn't allow problems to become more important than his goals.
Chris is patient with the people around him, and yet assertive enough to command respect.
Chris is courageous enough to say no to anything that would harm him or limit his potential.
Chris has released everything and everyone that limits his potential in life.
Chris's choices and actions show his respect for the well-being of other people.
Chris humbly accepts everything he cannot control and stays focused on the outcome he desires.
Chris is productive, efficient, and proactive. whenever he wants to accomplish something.
Chris is surrounded by fun, creative, and energetic people.
Chris stopped being satisfied to live life in his comfort zone.
Chris understands that his external reality will inevitably come to reflect his inner reality.
Chris is clear and precise when communicating his thoughts to others.
Chris chooses the emotional value of every event in his life.
Chris had a big breakthrough, giving him new insights and strengthening his intention.
Chris takes great care of his family. They have happy, healthy, and supportive relationships.
Chris's life is full of positive, compassionate people.
Chris is prepared to handle any challenge or problem that comes into his life.
Chris expresses his confidence in a way that encourages and elevates other people.
Chris has found the love of his life. This romance is perfect for him in every way.
Chris has a passion for learning and personal growth.
Chris finds something valuable in all of his experiences. Learning is his superpower.
Chris doesn't let fear or discomfort stop him from living a fulfilling life.
Chris never fails because he always learns.
Chris is fit, muscular, and toned. His body is in excellent shape.
Chris remains confident in times of adversity. He knows his goals will be realized.
Chris is resilient. He accepts setbacks as learning opportunities, knowing that challenges make success even sweeter.
Chris is truly living up to his potential.
Chris doesn't identify as his feelings. He simply observes and accepts them whenever they arise.
Chris makes happiness and optimism a conscious choice. By releasing unwanted emotion and contemplating positive outcomes.
Chris is surrounded by people he loves. They make his life more fulfilling than he ever knew it could be.
Chris is so creative. He flows with his imagination, developing amazing inventions and business opportunities.
Chris's mindset, words, and actions help people to heal themselves and live more fulfilling lives.
Chris's focused intent is far more powerful than any excuse or obstacle.
Chris avoids becoming overwhelmed by simply observing and accepting his current emotions. He knows this too shall pass.
Chris develops extremely lucrative income streams and businesses.
Chris has all the coolest toys, vehicles, and gadgets. They provide a lot of enjoyment for everyone around him.
There is no limit to how much money Chris can make.
Chris's ideas and creations improve the lives of people all over the planet.
Chris travels all over the world comfortably and safely. He is welcome wherever he goes.
Chris's positive intention has far greater power than fear, uncertainty, or doubt.
Chris is contented both physically and emotionally. Yet he remains open to experiencing deeper gratitude and understanding. This concludes today's affirmations. Thank you for listening to Iffirmations, the original, personalized affirmation.
Please like and subscribe to encourage more content like this.
To vote for your favorite names and affirmations, to offer feedback and suggestions, or to support our work, please visit Iffirmation.com.